All right, we back. Hindsight, episode 11. We here for the Batman. We back here for the Batman. We doing pregame right now. I don't know what to expect. I haven't watched any of the trailers, really. I am just, Robert Pattinson is OG for me. I like Zoe Kravitz. She a beast. She fine. I like her work, too. Honestly, when I think about it, she's been in some superhero movies, and they were fire. All right, anybody else?
Colin Farrell. Why didn't they hire a fat guy? I mean, you know what I mean? He gets all the handsome roles, now he gets the fat roles, too.
Colin Farrell's fat?
In this movie, he's the fucking penguin or whatever.
The what?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I saw the first trailer whenever the fuck it came out, a million years ago now. But I've been trying to avoid spoilers, so I don't really know what to expect.
We got the Penguin, we got a Riddler.
Yo, y'all spoiling shit already. Damn, we should have done this.
Well, now you
talking
about.
Riddler's right in the poster in the trailer.
I ain't seen none of that.
I mean, there's no way to recognize him though. That's what's like. It's funny because I just saw the fucking House of Gucci or whatever.
We were admiring your cards. Very nice.
Fucking Jared Leto playing a fat guy too in that movie.
Who?
Jared Leto.
Playing what?
In House of Gucci, he was like he also had a fat suit on and shit.
You had a fat suit in there? I didn't even see that shit neither.
Don't see it. I only saw it because I had the A-list or whatever.
Don't see it.
I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah, no, I walked out actually. It wasn't even that bad. It was just kind of mediocre.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of not even mixed, just not bad, not good reviews. Not that they were bad, but it was just everybody said
This is just filter.
We're not here to talk about House of Gucci.
Filters.
Real talk.
Why? It's interesting how everyone brings up the actors and no one brings up the director.
Nigga, don't nobody know who the director is.
No, man. Cloverfield
Legend.
and fucking Planet of the
He
Apes.
has not made a bad movie.
The good Planet of the Apes.
Well, I didn't know who the director was.
Yeah, Cloverfield, one of the
What else has he done besides those? Because that's all I've seen by him. So, I'm on board.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah, I don't know. Movie looks fucking cool.
Yeah, we'll tap in afterwards. All right, we'll be back. All right, here's what other people thought. Hey, rate that movie. I just saw Batman. What y'all think of it?
I thought it was like a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, probably like a 9.4 out of 10.
Oh, solid. That's what the people are saying. Hindsight on YouTube. What did you rate? All right, hold up. Yeah, we back. We just saw the Batman. Oh, y'all saw Batman?
Yeah.
What y'all think about that movie?
It's good?
It's pretty good. It's good. Yeah. Dude, he looks like Batman, right?
No, but we got Batman.
We got real Batman.
We got Batman right here.
What y'all talking about?
Right here.
Where did you get that from? It came with the bill.
They were giving him kids meal, bro. Kids
Yeah, I should have got the kids meal.
They gave him out in the theater, bro.
They give you Batman toy.
Oh, because it's premiere night.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, good reviews. Have a good night, y'all. Save the city. All right, now we really back. Hindsight, episode 11. We just saw the Batman. I needed that.
That dude totally looks like fucking.
I needed that. High rating. I'll say the rating at the end, but that's high rating. That's probably the highest hindsight rating we have had yet. 11 movies, they get some high ratings. That's crazy. Thoughts?
I shouldn't be the one to go first because I was pretty disappointed. I gotta say.
Oh shit. Controversial opinion over there. It's just gonna get spicy on hindsight. Hakeem coming in hot. Before even getting into the movie, I gotta say, so first of all, that Secrets of Dumbledore trailer looked awful. That was, oh my god, what a joke. That was fucking ridiculous.
But let me say that Batman and the superhero dogs, that should look funny.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Sonic was looking good too.
And it's funny, I don't think I can't remember a trailer.
They planned it.
Yo, you remember the last one where it was a trailer for just all WB stuff? There's the Black Adam with The Rock. and the fucking all that. Besides like the Star Wars movies like being released on fucking special edition in 1990, whatever the fuck. I can't think of like a franchise trailer like that or just like a.
Oh,
brand.
that did like in 2022. We're dropping all these movies. Get ready, motherfucker.
You know, it was like that was just interesting. Just
I won't lie, that did make me excited for the DC crap I'm never excited for.
Yeah, it's probably a good way to advertise this shit just moving forward.
Well, they need to Robert Pattinson be Batman.
This Flash is gonna reset the whole timeline.
Well, I hope Robert Pattinson stays as Batman because I really enjoyed that.
Standalone things, you know what I mean? They got like the Robert Pattinson.
Honestly, I really want
We're not
to
good.
like
Guys,
Robert
look at- we
Pattinson
fucked
as
up that one.
Batman.
Just straight through.
I might as well just do the wash shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, back to Batman. I was feeling it. You know what I mean? I liked it. I liked thematically. I thought it was good. I liked the cinematography, the shots, the angle. I didn't even know who the hell that dude. Mike Reeves? Mike Reed? What is it?
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves? Oh, okay. I'm a fan now.
It was like I liked how Batman was presented as being just as fucking crazy as the Riddler.
Bro, that was it felt like when I saw what's his name as 007, Daniel Craig is 007. It felt like human kinda. You know what I mean? Like sure, he's doing all this crazy stuff, but he's fucked up from it.
They like
Shit out though. He's not a good. He just wasn't that clever.
He was the best detective of everybody there though. Nobody else discovered it. He was literally Tom Holland in Uncharted.
Except
how was Uncharted?
worse.
It wasn't as good as this.
Okay, fair enough.
It did remind me of that though. It's like he's fucking played Wordle. He solved Wordle with fucking,
Alfred.
Alfred. Yeah. No.
Like, what was
Anyways.
there's like a whole mystery.
All right, we're
Kept going because like there was like the crime.
which part? What you mean? Yeah, boy, we spoiled all over this show. Spoiler alert.
Like all the mobsters and the whole fucking story and shit. What?
Let's not spoil it. Let's do a section without spoilers.
Well, I can speak in vague terms. They have like a whole like mystery that the Riddler was like knitting
We gave him
through.
the spoiler alert already. You know.
Yeah, there's like mobsters and shit, and there's a whole crime story, and Batman solved it, and then it just like kept going for another hour and like 20 minutes or whatever.
It sure did. Now, I will say I would have almost even given it a perfect rating if not for the length of that movie. I'm like, damn. Oh yeah, yeah. But that was still part of the clue, though. You know what I mean? It was wrong on purpose. Okay, so here, stop listening right now. We're about to go into spoilers, so get ready. You'll see the rating right there. If you don't want to keep listening, don't.
Rat with wings. Holy shit!
how did they not think of that,
I
like,
figured
right
that
away?
out right when he said it. Like, what the fuck?
What, that a bat was a rating? Yeah, man, I was like, are you stupid? Like, what?
Fucking mammal with wings.
Everything that he has is bat themed. He's like constantly on about bats. He's like,
That was ridiculous. I'm like, yeah. I was like, am I dumb for thinking it was a bat?
penguin. No, you're dressed like a fucking bat. I mean, like that's not your first association. He has the things addressed to you. That's like the bat.
Okay, so at the end though, I thought he knew he was. That threw me. I loved that.
It was Bruce Wayne. Like, I feel like he like seemed like he knew, but then like maybe he was just like fucking with them. You know, like going like, oh, I give you an out.
He didn't know. That was the best. He really didn't know.
I need to like see
Because at
that
first
scene
I was
again,
like, did he
because
fuck up or like I couldn't
I
tell.
totally thought that he was saying like, I know who you are, and then it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like remember when they were like in the
Bruce.
yeah,
Wayne.
yeah, bro.
I thought he was gonna keep saying it slower. It's like Batman doesn't interrupt. He just keeps going like slower and so like Bruce Wayne. Just like oh my god, that was yeah, it was good.
I don't know. In this, just the story overall. You remember Falcon and Winter Soldier? Kind of reminded me of that.
Oh man, come
What are you
on.
talking about?
That was terrible.
Yeah, but with the
Clear
girl,
something up
what
for me,
the group of people
Was-
that were trying to like do good, but they
Ended up doing. Oh, you're saying
Ended up
that
doing
how
awful.
Batman was
Yeah.
like vengeance, and it turned them all into
Well,
vengeance
no,
seekers.
I mean Riddler and his people.
That's what I mean. But you know, like they were inspired by Batman. Is how they
exactly.
became.
They had Batman beat up fucking Q in this movie. That's hilarious.
Who is Q?
The Riddler group on the online thing that was or whatever. But
Yeah, it did have like a. You're talking about like QAnon?
yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be just specifically that, but you know, any like just the online sort of shit or whatever. But what was the thing you were just saying like right before that though? I feel like there was like, oh my god, I can't even remember. It's a lot to digest. It's a
so
long movie.
I don't know if what's his name, Robert Pattinson was a great Batman. He seemed a little goofy as Batman.
I know what you mean.
He's just
yeah.
he like it was
I
very
felt
cartoonish.
he felt good, and I loved that. I felt like they were capturing the cartoon, but not making it too cartoony.
It was him too. Is that like when he was out of costume, it felt like it was like you were seeing Batman out of costume as opposed to just seeing like.
That was it, bro. That was why I love this movie.
It's like, you know, he walks like slow and
Yeah,
kinda,
like
awkward.
he is Batman. He's not Bruce Wayne. Batman is the real one.
Yeah.
He was weird as Bruce Wayne because he's not a fucking human.
Yeah.
He was a weirdo. Like he was a total weirdo. I thought that's what like they were trying to do.
Difference though.
No, there was like Bruce Wayne was just a weirdo. Bruce Wayne was a weirdo. Batman was actually like who he was.
Yeah. And they have,
But he was awkward.
Yeah.
Because
Even
he
as-
doesn't do a human. He's not a human.
They show, like,
He's Batman.
They show the
That's why I
Riddler
said
like,
there's
you know, being like the Zodiac killer, but then they show the Batman being the same. I mean, but would there really? I mean, so the whole point is this dude dresses up like a fucking bat and runs around at night beating up people, and like, you know, so he's kind of fucked up. I mean, they talk about how he could be like having like using his billions to like solve social problems and stuff, but he's not. He's just dressing up like a fucking, you know, gimp and like beating people up. So he's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, comparatively, like you need to be able to tell the difference between Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like his voice never changed.
But you don't need to. That's the thing. There is no difference. Batman is who he is. He was trying to pretend to be Bruce Wayne. He even said like we got to keep up appearances because he is Batman. He's not even Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne almost like died when his fucking dad died. He's like, I saw the fear in your eyes. I didn't know what I could do. Like, yeah, man, Bruce Wayne's dead. He is full Batman.
And I get that. It's a take. It's a take that we haven't really seen, especially with the.
I remember. I thought
Christopher
they were gonna
Nolan
make.
Batman.
Oh, sorry. I thought they were gonna make the Riddler related to fucking Batman. I was like, they just did that with the Joker, like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie and shit, and like.
I thought that was fake though. I didn't think he was
Yeah.
actually related.
I don't think he was, but I'm glad that they didn't do that. 'Cause I thought that's where they were going. I was like, again?
Hey, we have to pause this so we can. We about to just pause. Hold on. All right, yeah.
Nah, Riddler was goofy.
Yeah. Okay, Riddler was definitely goofy to the motherfucker.
He's just like fuck. He's Joker. He was trying to be Joker.
Come closer to the mic. Come closer.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Like he was just a Joker, another Joker.
I'm
Really.
glad I just saw There Will Be Blood because it's like doing this. This is the dude from
I do
that.
love Paul Dano. He's great.
Yeah.
Cure for Wellness. I
I
don't know if
never
you ever saw
seen
that. That
There
was
Will Be
great.
Blood though, and that's like a famous breakout for him though.
Oh, I hate to say I haven't seen that. I'm gonna add it to the list.
I like literally just.
Hindsight
watched
and
it.
rewind.
Your
I didn't even-
milkshake from across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
Is this the
talking
one that, by the way, that you?
about. Yeah. Just, I mean,
What's his
What
name?
one,
That actor's name
Oh,
in
God.
There Will Be
Daniel
Blood.
Day-Lewis?
He's
Batman. We
huge,
talking Batman.
famous.
We're talking
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
He's one of the best actors ever.
Well, I mean that the There Will Be Blood though. He's doing the same.
no.
part.
What's the guy's name?
Yeah.
Who? Wait, he was who though?
He's in that movie.
No, he was. Who was he in Batman?
The Riddler is like the
Riddler.
same dude in.
Oh, maybe I have
He's,
seen
like,
There Will Be
screaming and
Blood.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's a good actor, but he was hamming it up a little bit.
Well, you know, I feel like he
In
was
those
trying to
little
be. He was an
videos.
orphan, but he was an orphan. He was trying to be like, yo, I've never been heard before. It's like I understood where he was coming from. He's
Yeah.
like a one of them little dudes. You know them. You've seen these guys. The internet is how they like. I'm
I just
alive
think it was,
now.
Like, very cliche.
I got metaverse friends.
I like the
It
Riddler.
was very
dude. I
cliche,
thought-
like yeah.
Yeah,
like
when at
sheltered
the end,
kid,
when they showed his
and
YouTube
just-
videos, like, hey guys,
Yeah.
smash that subscribe button. You know,
Oh my, his followers are blowing up.
Yeah,
He has
that was-
500
yeah.
followers, man. Like, these guys are all
that was
just
fucking
the
That
same.
was pretty good. I like that part.
That was legit though, because his followers
Yeah.
came out and they started blasting.
I
It was
like the-
like, holy
that was a
shit.
They're
cool
all
way to have the
trained
Riddler
and fucking how to shoot, like military, like dress up in military.
That's not
gear
far
and shoot.
fetched though. That's not far fetched.
I mean, they have the mask, like they have the link to buying the mask. Like, oh,
Yeah, I
it
guess
was-
not
there was the
far-fetched at all.
conversation was around like, oh, you bought this gear to combat.
That shit was not far-fetched at all. There's people like that. Probably in that movie, there was at least 15 people who could put on that mask and do what they were doing.
so they just don't like how Gotham then fucking leave. Like, shit.
How you gonna leave, bro, when everybody's low income? How they gonna move from Gotham to Metropolis when they can't even afford to live in Gotham?
Real.
Yeah, where's Green Arrow live? That place is probably a shithole too, right?
He in Gotham? I don't know where he's
Yeah, I
at.
don't know.
It's fucked up.
He got there. I mean, it's even more fucked up now. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic. It did feel like,
Oh,
like
shit, yeah,
some
he fucked
pandemic
up the
type
whole
shit.
city.
Like,
I forgot that.
Yeah, he actually had an effect.
Yeah.
That was a major effect.
Yeah, I like that they did the Riddler. I feel like, you know, Joker's been done like a million times.
Yeah.
And it's been done well and shit,
Million
but like
and
it was
one
nice seeing
now.
the Riddler done like in an interesting way. You know, like that was a cool way to do.
Agreed.
I thought going in that this was gonna be like Christopher Nolan. It wasn't.
It
at all.
wasn't
Not
at a whole
definitely.
different.
And
This
I
was a
appreciated
totally
that.
different Batman.
Yeah, I dug that.
I love it was more focused. Yeah, like, I don't know.
I like how they made
less-
Batman a weirdo creep. That was like,
Yeah, like emo Batman.
fucking like smelling Catwoman's hair when she's not
And,
looking at her.
yo, okay, we skipped over that, but this was actually had like a good love story arc. That was good. It was like he
I feel like
sacrificed.
Zoe Kravitz could have chemistry with a brick wall. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
she
that,
was,
I mean, but hey,
yeah, that's not bad.
that's
Not-
Robert Pattinson though. That's Twilight himself.
I mean,
What
he
you
had
talking
a-
about?
man, chin like an anvil too. He fit the Batman mask well.
He was he was killing that mask, bro. I didn't get annoyed like I usually do when I see
Yeah.
people as Batman.
At first, I thought his nose piece looked weird, but then I was like, okay, it grew on me after a little.
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, how it was like
leather.
it wasn't like one piece. It was like
sewn
military mask.
together, yeah.
Like when he first showed up, and he was just like, you know, when there's all like the Joker gang hanging out, you know, and he beats like all the Skullface people. And
That
he
was
just-
wonderful.
And like, and I was like, oh shit, this
That was a
this
great
dude
scene.
just like dresses up like a fucking tank and wanders around. Like it felt like
Dude,
Yeah,
that
like-
fight scene, combat, like
Every
hand-to-hand
combat scene was great to me.
Yeah.
And like they're just
Felt
shooting
it.
this guy and he's just and just beating
Bro,
the crap
the
out
scene
of
where
him.
like he cuts the power and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the only light is from
It's for the guns?
guns.
That felt like what was that movie? Wait, The Equilibrium. Anybody ever seen that?
oh yeah, with
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
Yeah,
that shit was
that
crazy.
felt so
The gun
equilibrium.
kata, or whatever.
My God, that was excellent, man. Woo, that movie was fire. Zoe Kravitz fire. She
Still.
was fine. God, she was smoking in this movie.
Yeah. When she had the rave wigs on. Oh my
She
God.
was my favorite Catwoman to date, and I love Michelle Pfeiffer.
And Halle Berry.
No, not that one.
Well, you know, I mean.
We love Halle Berry just because
Yeah,
she looks
yeah.
good, but that's literally where it ends. Michelle Pfeiffer actually did a great job acting though in the movie.
I feel like this Catwoman was. Oh, and I forgot Anne Hathaway was Catwoman too.
Oh, she did a good job too. Zoe
Dark
Kravitz still
Knight,
just
yeah,
got her
yeah,
though.
yeah.
I feel like Zoe Kravitz did a better job being like a bad. Like she was not a bad.
I mean, she
bad
was
guy.
involved in the story
Yeah,
like,
she-
heavily. Her
And she
fucking
was
father.
kicking ass. Nigga, she maybe took one L, but she beat everybody's ass. I like that.
I don't know. There wasn't a ton of asses that she beat.
Every ass she encountered,
There's a
she
couple.
kicked. Falcone's dudes. Well,
Well,
damn.
Maybe
Okay.
like several
Hold on.
Falcone's dudes,
At the
though.
end, the Riddler's dudes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We got Falcone's dudes. We got
Yeah,
Riddler's dudes.
I don't know. That scene
Come
at
on,
the end
hold
just
up.
didn't hit right for me on top of the thing. Like, it just felt
Okay, I
anticlimactic.
thought that the climax was actually the fact that they were helping him. Like the hands were reached out to him, and then he was able to reach the hands out. You know what I mean? Like Batman was in his little hole,
Yeah,
but then
and he
Alfred
just-
gave his
he
hand,
decided he's
and then
not
Catwoman
vengeance
gave his
anymore.
hand. Yeah, and like
he has to be more than that.
and everybody was reaching their
I get
hands
it,
out. You know
get
what I mean?
it,
And,
I
and
get
it brought
I
him
get it.
like,
I get
yo,
the,
nigga,
I get the
have
message.
To, I have to be more than vengeance.
I get it, but you didn't feel it
The
was a
people
little.
need hope.
You didn't feel it was a little corny.
Well, you
how
know
they
what?
did it?
I felt like
mean,
it
talk
wasn't
about
corny.
Batman.
It was timing. Their timing of what everything was like. They could have climaxed. Like
Also,
I thought
it
it
was
climaxed after
3
that.
hours
Yeah, I'm like,
long.
I thought it was. Oh, I had forgot about the Riddler. It was that's how crazy it was.
Yeah.
When we take care of Falcone, I had forgotten that the Riddler was even a thing till he got shot.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, we chasing the Riddler again, and now the city's from like, what the fuck? It's a whole nother movie.
Yeah. Shit escalated.
It was definitely drawn out. I did like the whole Penguin stuff, because, you know, what's his name as Penguin was fantastic.
Oh,
I gotta
Colin
say.
Farrell. I wouldn't
Colin
have recognized him. You know, there's like
he
no.
he had sort of a comedy to him that was kind of
Yeah.
lightheartedness. Like he wasn't the big bad. He was just like a piece.
Yeah, he was like there.
But
Like,
the
doing
chase, the burnout style fucking, chase sequence was pretty lit.
That's the car when he was like driving through the city and shit.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
A1
It was very
too,
Burnout.
bro.
It
That
was
was
like-
great.
Hit cars to fucking get this fucking Batmobile tank. Not a tank, but like obviously like
Yeah, like his special car.
That was a different Batmobile I feel like than I had seen, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was like more like the '60s fucking TV.
But still, I like how
Yeah,
Penguin
yeah.
used just a regular car, but still managed to.
But that's because he was he was villain driving, and I liked his villain drive. Like, who gives a fuck? He literally killed like 35. It looked like he had to kill like 35 plus people.
Yeah.
Like, come on, trying to escape Bat. Like, that alone was enough crime for him. And I'm like, how is this nigga still out?
I like the way he just beat the shit out of Gordon there. That was good. You know what I mean? When he was in the prison.
Oh,
Shit.
to escape, like with
Yeah.
their little plan, he did
Yeah.
hit him with that hard. Honestly, every one of his punches felt like they were hitting hard. Like,
Yeah.
I felt the punches, nigga, and I was watching the movie in the theater. Like, I wasn't even there.
Imagine seeing that in IMAX.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
shake
think
your
I'd like
fucking
it.
teeth out, you know?
I'm not an IMAX fan though. We just saw
Oh,
Uncharted in
man.
IMAX. That was interesting.
I mean,
but
was
I did wish we'd seen it
Is your
in like a
experience
recliner.
colored by the fact that
seat,
it's
but-
Uncharted and not because it's IMAX? Or
no,
just
it
because
was
IMAX in
IMAX.
general?
Uncharted wasn't the greatest either.
Was
It
it
was
like
good though. No, it was good. Watch the last
See,
episode, Joe.
I never saw. I never played the video game.
Me
Uncharted.
neither. Just see the movie.
Mm.
It's worth it for the adventure. But
yeah, it's actually a great. If you're not familiar with Uncharted, I think it's a great like
introduction.
Indiana Jones
Yeah, for
type.
sure.
Cool. I can fuck with that.
Okay. Speaking of genres like that, I
Yeah.
felt like this went into the detective shit.
Detective, yeah.
It
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
It went heavy into
But
it.
kind of like how Uncharted, like some of the puzzles weren't that crazy.
Bruh,
that
you didn't have no
in-depth.
answer. You didn't have the answer, Sway.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like usually with mysteries, like you can do some problem
No,
solving. You're
it
just
was
waiting
better.
for the
No,
next
it was
clue.
way better than I couldn't. It was like I'm sitting here like, what the hell? What does a liar do when he's dead? I'm sitting here really trying to
But
come
it's-
up with it, and then the answer was like, duh.
Yeah, it's a good, I feel like the riddles themselves were good and shit. Like,
That was the
yeah,
best
like-
part. Was the riddles.
I like the part when they solved the code and it's
I
all
don't know.
the
I
missing pieces.
thought the
or-
riddles were kind of weak.
Well, like then there's like the like they do the cipher and like there's these letters that we don't have code
You-
for and
you
they
fucking
erase them and it was like
Eliminate all the letters and it says fucking.
Yeah, I thought that
drive.
was dope. And shit.
That
I
was
like-
awesome. Are you
It's
kidding
fucking
me?
Wordle, bro.
That was
Anybody
awesome.
can fucking.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't come up with. I didn't think of that.
Is that what Wordle is? I've actually never
No,
played Wordle.
it's not. But it's.
What you
kinda-
mean, Wordle?
It's like
You
a
ever
game.
play
all-
Wordle?
all the
It's
fucking kids
It's all
are
the
playing
rage
Nigga,
right
the
now.
Pokemon Wordle?
yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's like it's a
Yeah,
word
and then it
game where
turns
you
into
try to
It's
guess
Squirtle,
the
I
word.
know.
Where you guess the word. Everyone's gonna know it, and
Well, I never
please
heard of
comment below.
it. Please comment below.
Yeah, maybe because I'm not trendy.
What does Wordle evolve into, guys? Comment that too. I
Quadruple.
think you said Blastoise.
What's like the fucking 3 stages?
Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise.
War turtle. All right.
I think there is an Octortle though.
What?
That actually, it's
That's
like
not
it's
from
like
Red and Blue and though.
because
That's
it is
from
these
some
like
later shit.
these
Yeah,
like.
nigga, that's how.
uh,
He's like, nigga, he used the
it's
magic
this
stone.
Grid, man, it's this whole grid where you have to solve the word. And it's,
Oh, you're talking
exactly,
about the real Wordle shit.
Real
Oh, yeah.
Wordle shit.
Yeah, but it was very detective-y. I was like, in the beginning, honestly, I feel like I've never seen a Batman movie. I don't know. It was just the way they had set it up where it's like, what is he doing here?
Yeah.
And like, I had never felt that tension when Batman pulls up to the scene where the cops are like, at first, like, no, we're totally not fucking with this guy. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, that
yeah,
was
because
brand new.
Honestly, the fact that
Like when he
people are
first
looking
comes
at,
in.
people are looking
with the
at
cops.
Batman like, holy shit.
Oh,
there's a dude
with
dressed
Gordon and
like Batman.
everything.
Yeah, and they're just like,
Gordon's
dude, get this
defending
guy out of here. Like, nah, he's with me. Like,
And I
Jordan,
do
what
you know what? I like that they didn't show his parents getting killed, and it's like from a point
Yeah,
on.
I thought
They
that's
didn't-
what it was at
they
the
didn't-
beginning, though. That was
Yeah.
I could swear that was his parents getting
Yeah.
killed, and it totally
beginning.
wasn't. Like when they're killing the mayor or whatever, or the
Oh,
dude.
oh, you
I
thought
was
that
like,
that
oh
was
damn, they
Thomas
finna
Wayne?
kill. Yeah, I was like, dang.
Pattinson was like creeping on the kid.
Because he
whole
was the
movie
man. I mean,
or
it's
whatever.
kind of like a because you see the other kid sitting there.
Yeah, that was.
And it's
wonderful,
foreshadowing.
man.
He's like, yeah.
What is he robbing or
no,
some
he's not-
shit?
Not foreshadowing, but like.
It
he's
felt like
connecting-
it
he's
felt like
connecting to that kid.
foreshadowing though. But he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
yeah. That was one. It was foreshadowing because at the end, he's the first one. He reached the hand out to. He's the only one who grabbed it at first. Like, I felt like the hands were a big part of this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
until.
Hey, and literally too.
Yeah.
When he had the fucking thumb.
Yeah, that was
thumb
crazy.
drive.
I didn't get that one either, and that was genius. Drive, like, you know, like I didn't even come up with that, bro. That was genius.
I mean,
That was genius. No Kanye. Definitely no Kanye because Donda 2 was whack. But anyway. Shall I?
I don't know if it was
You shall.
genius. It was kind of.
It was fun though. You know, it was fun. It was movie worthy. I loved it. I loved
Yeah,
that shit.
I'm glad I saw it.
That shit was great. Thumb drive, like it was those little things. It had a lot of little moments that were really fucking good.
Yeah. Like, Falcone being
Yeah,
the
who-
whole orchestrator of everything. You
Yeah,
thought
like-
he was just a little mob boss.
For
but
20
he's,
years, this nigga been orchestrating it. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I definitely would recommend the movie. I thought it was good. It was
Yeah.
like one of the better Batman movies.
I
can
feel it
think
just
of.
took so long to figure out, like,
Yeah.
he's the rat. No, Penguin's the rat. No,
Yeah.
like,
Like,
Falcone's
nigga,
the
I
rat.
knew he was the rat from the beginning.
Yeah.
He was the guy who was always talking that annoying shit. Like,
Yeah. I'm sure there's a way they could have cut out easily a half hour of that. Oh shit, there's Batman.
uh-oh.
Yo, and peeling out and shit, doing the Tokyo Drift.
I agree. They could have chopped out a lot of that. You know, yeah, they could have just tied up some things to make that end flow more seamlessly. Because I felt like the end kind of got into that weird territory where it's like you already climaxed the film and now you're adding like a fucking, what do we call it, a denouement or something, like, and I was like, you don't even need all that. Like, it's like a
end on it,
yeah, like a
at the
closure.
end.
You get a little, yeah.
Because they literally
even need all that.
explain, like they over-explain. I feel like
There was a
to
lot of
certain-
that.
There was a lot of talking.
There was a lot of talking.
There was a lot of talking.
I didn't mind the talking. I thought the dialogue was fun.
Yeah.
But eventually I started to just feel like, okay, we've been watching this for a while.
Yeah.
And that was actually my only gripe with the fucking movie was that I felt like, damn, I've been watching this for a while.
Also, I just gotta say, Catwoman's gotta get some, some blinds or some,
Yeah.
fucking curtains.
Oh my god, fucking Batman like wanking
Fucking
outside
blackout
the window.
curtains, man. Like,
He
shit,
totally
she can't
is
be
like-
changing to Catwoman. People could see right in the window. Like,
Well, I
that's not
mean-
smart.
Who is thinking that there's a fucking nigga dressed up like a bat watching
Hey,
in your
man.
window?
He
If you're
totally
just a girl in
rewatches
general,
that video
like,
of
you
her
can't
in the
be-
bathroom.
Yeah, I love how he even
He's like,
admitted to it.
Oh yeah.
He admits that he was watching her.
Oh my god.
Oh, and when old girl was in the trunk, her body, I'm not gonna lie, that threw me all the way off. I was like,
yeah.
oh shit. I had forgotten about her ass too
Yeah.
by the time she popped back up and she would
Yeah, there's some good twists. I thought it was a good movie for.
Yeah, it was
like
unpredictable.
I didn't predict any of the shit that was. Gonna
Literally,
happen.
I was trying my hardest, and I was taking L's. I'm not a detective apparently, but this nigga was out here solving crimes and shit. Like, I never would have guessed that the city was about to flood.
Oh yeah.
That just came out of left field for me.
It was black and blue and red all over.
I thought it was dead all over.
Or dead all over.
If the city of the fire survives, if you didn't figure out
Was that a reference to, like, the water?
I didn't know what the fuck you.
I have no
Oh, Hakeem, you a detective, young nigga. Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, nigga, I didn't even get it. I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. And now that hits so much harder.
Oh my
Holy shit.
Yeah, red. Red with blood in the
Oh
water.
my god.
If you haven't seen the movie yet,
Now
that
you-
line's gonna hit for you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I like how the fucking villain succeeded basically with everything they wanted to do, and like they're just kind of like dealing with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did succeed.
I mean, even Falcone, he got away with it for fucking 30 years or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just sort of like, oh shit, like we just gotta kind of deal with it now.
And we had a Commissioner Gordon origin story. How he
Yeah.
became the commissioner.
Yeah.
That was lit.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job. He's always good, you know.
Always,
Fucking
yeah.
Jeffrey Wright.
Oh yeah.
Always. I was excited when I
He's-
saw
he
him.
might
Like, that's
be
when I
my
knew.
favorite commissioner, 'cause,
like, holy
he was
shit.
like, he felt like Commissioner
He
Gordon
felt
for some
like
reason.
it, yeah.
It was nice too. He didn't have to do, it wasn't any wishy-washy shit. He was just like in it, and he was like, all right, you're like my partner here.
For sure.
Whatever.
Yup.
Like,
He's
yeah.
like,
that scene.
I don't trust anybody but you.
yeah.
That scene where
It
he's
fucking
trying
sucks
to
for him, and all the
convince
million
the other,
cops.
like all the other cops.
Oh, they were talking all crazy like, so.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's like, let me get the room with him. I got this.
Yeah.
I'll convince him. Yeah. And they're just like looking all angry, like, so if you take these keys right here, you're gonna find the roof exit. Like, that was hilarious.
Genius.
And not to mention, the scene following was phenomenal when he's trying to run out of the fucking police station and everybody's shooting at him in the spiral
That
staircase.
shit was fucking awesome.
Holy crap. Holy crap. If they had condensed that down to fucking
There's
2
so many
hours
great
or like an
moments,
hour
but
and
for
45,
some
that would have
reason,
been
it just-
wonderful.
Yeah.
It just
They
didn't
easily
quite
could have.
connect
I don't know
all the
exactly
way
what they
for
would have
me.
cut out. Just some of the like the
Give me the Reeves cut.
conspiracy shit. Yeah.
What conspiracy? What run about?
Like the whole thing with like, oh, the Thomas Wayne, what all the people that were being assassinated and shit, whatever the fuck that whole. Okay, oh, what was
The
it?
renewal.
Yeah, there was like the slush fund and all the people like, and then they.
I don't think Thomas Wayne actually, because what's his name?
He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
he
no,
just
he didn't-
asked him like,
Yeah.
he was trying to put his wife in an insane asylum.
He was trying to protect his wife.
Which
and-
added another layer because Batman's probably fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. Like, oh my god, because like, and then you saw it on his face too, going like, oh shit, I have a history of mental. instability.
I'm fucking
I'm dressing up
crazy.
like a fucking bat.
I
and
did
beating
like
people
that.
up. Because
That was wonderful. It felt human, man. That's what I'm like. This Batman was the first Batman. It felt quite human.
And they again, they fucking filmed him and the Riddler when they were like stalking their people in exactly the same way. So you weren't sure who the fuck
That
you
was
are. Like,
great.
following right
That
now.
was great because Batman was the inspiration for them. You know what I mean? Like that was a good movie. And I don't know, maybe I was looking too deep into
Wait,
it.
say what? Batman
Was the inspiration for them. You know what I mean? He created them.
Yeah.
And it was like maybe I was looking too deep into it, but I like how like they had a lot of like moments where he couldn't express his emotion.
Yeah.
And sometimes when he was happy, he would do this little smirk. Did y'all see like the little smirk he would just do sometimes when something would happen in favor of like what he wanted, basically he would just like do this little like just a quick little like like he didn't know how to just smile.
Maybe I didn't
Yeah.
catch that.
I mean, he's like kind of like he played him like he's like on the spectrum or something.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
never,
like,
looked at-
man,
even
that was
Alfred,
fire.
Like,
That was-
in the eye and shit.
That was great, man. That was great. And like even his beef with Alfred, you could see he was a little bit like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't even beef. It was just like, you're not my father. You know what I mean? Like there was a dynamic there.
Yeah, it was different than but it's still like within the realm of like,
Yeah, bro. It was
a different just aspect of it, I guess, and they shown because it felt like familiar because like you've obviously seen these characters a million times or whatever. But it's like you can just grow from that and like show something like kind of different, which is cool.
And they did. They found
Yeah.
different shit in the story that we know. They found a lot of different things.
Yeah, the casting was really good. Like I just thinking of Alfred there, like that's Gollum, Andy Serkis and shit. And,
He's
like,
everybody, bro.
it's cool seeing.
Dude,
Literally
it was
is
fucking
everybody.
Planet
Like,
the
I
Apes,
thought he
every
was-
single ape in Planet of the Apes.
He was awesome in oh, so he's already worked with Matt Reeves.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the first connection.
Matt
I
Reeves
had.
did Planet of the
But in
Apes.
terms of
Yeah.
him just playing himself, I mean, there's King Kong. I mean,
He does a lot of
fucking,
mocap.
Black
work.
Mocap. He's the mocap. He's
He
the
was
king of
in, like-
mocap.
yeah. So I'm in 13 going on 30 million years ago.
I don't know, man.
Good for him.
Just
I thought he
that
did a great
whole.
job.
My least favorite part was the Riddler plotline. I don't know why. It's just like the whole social media trying to create like a. I don't know.
I mean, that's modern though. Tell me that's not modern.
Yeah, creating like
I mean,
a whole like.
Charles
I
Manson or
don't
whatever
know.
would do it. Like it's like have like a whole group of people. I feel like it's like honestly, I like the fact it made it.
a
'cause
whole
it's not,
movement, It just. I don't know.
I mean,
It's
but I
overplayed,
feel like it wasn't
feels
even
too
like a movie.
cliche.
I mean, it's like just in the comics they have henchmen and shit. Like I was thinking like early in the movie before that was even introduced, like thinking about like okay, they're doing like the gritty. It's like in Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Like how the fuck would Joker get henchmen if he's just a crazy loner
I
who's
know,
doing acting
but
in his apartment?
like,
quietly?
exactly. The fact
But
that
that's
you're
how
bringing it
they-
up is like, yeah, like.
So it's
that's,
like
that's a very familiar trope.
it's like the it's the same as like having like the Batman Begins and showing him building all the shit, or like having Robert Pattinson having like a actual car instead of a supercar because they want to make it grounded and find some twist on it. They're like, okay, it's like familiar, but also this is a version that could exist in the world that you see every day.
Wait, you're saying his car isn't a supercar?
I mean, it had like a rocket. engine.
Yeah, it wasn't quite supercar yet. That wasn't the Batmobile. We'll give that like the Bat car.
Yeah.
I guess it did take a bit to like fucking start up.
Yeah, nigga said, stop. Yeah. That was great. I was like, what?
But nah, so that's take a little bit to ignite, you know. Gotta charge up a little bit.
That shit was funny.
Oh man.
There was a lot of that was a good movie, man. There's a lot of just moments, and I appreciated it. I haven't seen a movie that I felt was really like a good story in a while. Not even story, but like a good overall movie. All the components really came together.
You know, and as far as the Riddler goes too, with like his like costume and shit. I mean, first of all, like I liked how they, you know, it was obviously like the Zodiac killer and shit, like his like weird fucking.
Oh, the mask and shit.
Yeah, but then like having like a million faceless, like, cause it's just because like they kept him as being like he never fought anyone. Like I feel like Paul Dano always gets beat up in movies and shit, or like hurt, and he's like never had any physical fucking encounter with anyone the entire movie. But then they still get to have a fight scene at the end. Because I feel like there's like movies like Mission Impossible 3.
Well, he said he don't fight.
He said, yeah, that's it. But like, you know, sometimes if you have like the cerebral
team,
villain
like
or whatever,
said.
like in Mission Impossible 3 with Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's like, you know, R.I.P. But you know, he's a fat fucking old man. But then he's supposed to have the tough fight scene with Tom Cruise at the end of the movie, and like he wasn't just the guy in the chair the whole time, instead of being like, you know what I mean, or like there's a million Bond movies where like
You're saying like it's the dude who's basically like the little frail guy starts fighting in boxing and turns up.
And it's supposed to be
there
like,
was none
okay,
of that shit.
this is the climax. I mean, John Wick did that.
There
with,
was
like,
none
the
of that. He didn't.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
So like you still got to have like, okay, the action figures of the Riddler and the Batman fighting each other at the end. You know, like that.
Oh, I
But
got
then,
you.
like,
Like
you
it
didn't-
was symbolic.
Yeah,
Basically.
you
Okay,
didn't
I got you.
compromise the character of being, oh, he's like Hannibal Lecter. He doesn't actually, you know, do anything directly, or even though he fucking shot people off the roof. So you know, whatever. But like he doesn't fight Batman directly anyway. So I thought that was a cool way with having like, you know, him just recruit like a crew. Because like I was thinking like, where would like the Joker like find people, you know, and like, you know, to help him and shit. But when the Joaquin
Just
Phoenix,
go
there's a whole,
crazy. All you gotta do is go crazy, and people will follow.
But, and yeah,
Go
you
crazy
have
on the
whole
screens, and
riot
people will
crowd
follow.
and shit, and they like carried him away in the police cars and whatever, and so like, and the Riddler had like his fucking people, and like, I guess I mean, the Penguin didn't have people dressed up like penguins or anything, but I guess he had a crew too.
He did have that moment where he was walking
Like
like,
it,
a
you
penguin
pointed
though.
at it, you
Yeah, but
pointed
he's
that
like,
out.
that was hilarious.
A little funny callback.
Yeah.
That was just like, yeah, that was so random. It was like,
Not callback, but like little.
Yeah.
it was like an Easter egg kind of vibe. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, there's a good.
Oh, you gonna leave me here?
Like that, you know? Like,
Hey!
making it feel like it's like comic booky, like
It
you know,
felt
having him
comic
be a
booky
fucking
stuff.
penguin.
Even the
thing,
opening
having a
scene just.
army of anonymous henchmen and shit, but they made it in a way that like made sense and was like not like, I mean, it all is a cliche, but doing it in a way that just feels organic to what's happening. So like having the whole like fight scene above
Legit,
the
it
stadium.
was all cliche.
Yeah.
But but that is what the fuck Batman is, because Batman originally created fucking all of these cliches for the most part. So
Yeah.
now it's just like, how do you make that interesting still? And I think they did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, because Batman and Robin with fucking Schwarzenegger and shit. I mean, how much, like, so they, I'm sure both of them have like people fighting on like these falling like sparking.
Oh
platforms and
yeah,
shit.
for sure.
But that like those would be like that was.
But
like
there was
watching
it's the
Power
story.
Rangers
It's how
versus,
what
like,
kind of
this,
story can you
yeah.
tell who was acting in it?
Yeah.
Because that was literally just a comic booky movie with all stars.
But then like if
Arnold
you say just, like, the
Schwarzenegger,
bullet
Uma
points of what's
Thurman,
happening,
Tommy
though,
Lee Jones.
It's like, okay, the Batman is fighting on some falling platform with some anonymous henchmen who are dressed like the small versions of the villain or whatever, right? Like
Oh
Mr.
shit! Yeah, the
Freeze
little
versus
freezers.
fucking-
Yeah.
So, but then it's like the execution is completely different.
I'm buff and got a blue shirt on.
Because they took the time in this one to like make it kind of like a story and shit, and like,
Well, they've been making them stories for a minute. Like,
well, but like, you know, just kind of like doing something. I mean, like trying to be like Seven or something. You know what I mean? Like just doing like a fucking crime thing of like solving some fucking killer. You know, rather than just. I mean, there's so many superhero movies that come out, and most of them are devolve into the punch kick kind of like. You know, the power of my punches are stronger than your punches and whatever. And like, I don't know, I feel like there was definitely not a lot of punching in this one, but then it was like, it was like kind of like watching, okay, it's like this weird buddy or like partner. It's like, if Lethal Weapon wasn't funny and took itself like really seriously, or I guess, you know, where it's like this ridiculous action, but it's like kind of like the partners solving a crime.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Batman was Mel Gibson, I guess.
there was more than just. When I think about it, Batman had a whole fucking squad. He really wasn't even that dolo.
He had like 14
for being
people
Mr.
hanging out
Solo.
behind him all the
Yeah,
time.
he had fucking Alfred, he had Catwoman, he had Commissioner Gordon or Officer
It's
Gordon.
like a whole crowd of cops just around him all the time. I liked early on when he was in the crime
They
scene.
became his friends.
Every time the photographers were taking pictures, it's like, oh, are they taking pictures
Of him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I was thinking that same shit. Because he would like go do some shit and like.
Oh man, yeah, a lot of good small shit. I feel like that's really what makes up for the fact that it was like, you know, really fucking long, is that there's enough stuff along the way and like the individual scenes were like, oh shit, that's interesting.
For me, just has to add up to something. It has to all connect. And I guess it does. So here's my question: is Gotham changed at all?
It's
That's
gotten worse. That was the
Better.
beauty of it.
Catwoman's
Batman
like-
made it worse. At the very end of the day, he saves the day. He does everything he said. Maybe I
And
can
then
help a
what's
little
the
bit,
point?
but
That's
it's his
a
fault,
horrible-
and he doesn't do it. Like that was what it was wonderful. That was wonderful about
Nah,
it.
man.
It's his
Gotham's
fault,
not
and he
the same.
didn't help. That was what just happened.
Yeah.
That's what the end. You have all the realizations. It's his fucking fault, and it didn't help.
It really is.
And he helped that one situation, but it's his fault that the city's under fucking water. He did this. He said,
Falcone's gonna-
I'm vengeance. And now the other nigga said, I'm vengeance too. And what happens when too many vengeances clash? And boom. And now he's like, now I'm a hero.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna become a hero. Like, he is kind of crazy. The whole situation was crazy. He did
So
it.
it's just the little spark that, or the indication that he realizes
Well, and they show him like, you know,
what
helping
he
people at
did.
the end and shit. So
That's
like,
that's where
That's
it hits
where
for
he.
you.
That's where he becomes like a hero, kinda. You know what I mean? That's where it
That's-
felt like he was
That's what makes it
transitioning.
for you.
I feel like the difference is that like with the changes though, that he's interacting with people in the daylight. You know what I mean? He's helping them out.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, bro.
So, like,
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
showing
damn.
There was no
he was in the
daylight
night.
scene.
Yeah, he was in the night.
There
nigga.
was
He
really
came-
not many daylight
Woo!
scenes, at least with him being Batman.
Damn.
At the very end.
It would always be like, no, it'd be like 6 a.m. when the night was ending was what we'd see.
It was
at
on, like,
the,
broad
yeah, it was
daylight.
never day until the end. That was real shit. Didn't even notice that. But I probably did subconsciously, and that even helped make the movie better.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Catwoman's like, peace. Batman's like, oh shit, I have to be here.
Nah, he was like, she's right. I'm married to the game. That's what she said. Like, nigga, it's already
Also,
taken
yeah,
by the streets.
Catwoman, yeah, I don't know.
She'll be back.
I wanted a leather mask, man.
She'll be back. I liked. Okay, I
Not a
did too.
fucking-
But I liked that they didn't do that. They made it different.
I like that she actually wore a mask at least. Like,
They
you know,
did
and she would
it
keep it
different.
on
She wore a
during
little-
scenes because you can still see her face and shit. But
Little
like,
fucking
you know,
cutout beanie.
That was
Robber.
clean. Yep, that was different. It was clean, and it had the little ears on it from the set. Like that
Yeah.
was G.
yeah.
They,
Really
the
good
costumes
costume.
were great.
Yeah, the whole production value, everything.
I don't think I've
But
ever
then
said
she,
that.
I don't know, like
That's it.
I didn't personally understand. I get like you think it's like a nice romance, but I didn't get why. Yeah, she was like, I don't know, sexually attracted to him.
Because it
Like,
wasn't. Because they were both the same. You know what I mean? They're both orphans.
Both
They're
weirdos
both
who
running
dress up
around.
and
Yeah,
wander
dressing up and
around.
running around in the streets. Like she had a thing for Stray. She said, and he's the biggest stray of all.
I get,
Yeah, they're both
That's very
climbing down ropes
Catwoman
and
from
doing
the original
things and
series,
fighting
for
and
sure.
shit.
Similar scars, you know, as they spoke about a lot. You know, they have similar scars, and so they're able to see eye to eye on a lot of things in life. Bats and cats, you know, and rats and
But it
penguins.
was, I don't know, that kiss scene was very cliche, very.
I thought they did that well. Usually, I don't
Maybe
even
accept
like.
that.
I think that they do it cornily, but I thought they did that one well. I was with it. Hey, I'm a proponent. Batman proponent.
I liked John Turturro. I thought he did really. I didn't expect him to really. I thought like he was gonna be a
Who's that
cameo.
again?
He's the dude who was Falcone, and he was like, you know, in the fucking.
Oh,
He's been like a
that's
million
him?
fucking.
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
like
yeah. I
Big
recognize
Lebowski
him.
and
but I
everything.
forgot his name.
Yeah.
His name is what?
John Turturro.
John Turturro. Okay, yeah. You'll everybody
like,
recognize him.
fucking, like,
Yeah,
Mr.
that was so
Deeds
creepy
and
at the beginning. Like,
whatever.
bro's like, yeah, like all up in his daughter, like sexually.
Wait,
It felt like at
What?
the club, like the first time Catwoman, or I mean,
I don't
Not
see-
the first time because
We didn't know
been
that.
there,
We
but like,
didn't know that they were related. So I guess.
Oh, when he
So
was like
he
touching
didn't-
her face, like
yeah.
I don't think.
I'm trying to remember. What
Oh
the-
wow!
guess
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I guess maybe he didn't recognize her.
I don't think he
as-
knew.
Oh yeah. Wait. So he
was
said
like,
they were talking
I
like
don't-
she was his
illegitimate.
fucking daughter, but then he was like, oh, I'm. This is my mother, and he's like, oh shit. So what? He just has a million kids, and she's going to be a different one of his other.
That's
kids.
what it seemed like. He just,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess I didn't really like.
She was just like a prostitute or something, and she got pregnant, or a dancer, or whatever she was. They didn't really
Yeah.
specify. The club. She worked at the club.
Yeah. So, but he thought. So she is his daughter, and he thought that she was his daughter, but then he thought she was a different daughter.
I couldn't understand that. That was a little
Like whatever the
gap in there
reveal
for me.
was there, like I mean,
Because she says her name like I'm so and so's daughter
yeah
before she
So-
tries to shoot him, but didn't she say when he was like touching the face or whatever, like from the backstory it seemed like he knew.
Yeah, I thought that that it was. So I don't know, maybe I'll look down on Wikipedia or wherever. see what the fuck-
That'll be my second watch. I feel like I'll actually see this movie a second time,
Yeah.
and I don't say that often.
Yeah, whenever I'm definitely gonna see it whenever it comes on
HBO Max, hell yeah. Oh shit! Shout out to
Smash
HBO
that
Max.
subscribe button.
Hell yeah! Hey, HBO Max want to sponsor, please. We got you. We're gonna get you them views. Get you subscription.
Second DC movie that's 3 hours long.
What was the first one?
You know.
Oh, the Snyder Cut.
Oh, Snyder
that
Cut.
doesn't
That was
count.
4 hours long, brother.
That's on like TV.
And
so
that
you
was
can fast
3
forward
parts, and that was good though. I like the Snyder Cut. I didn't have shit to do. I was just chilling at the crib, and I was at my
I'm saying,
sister's
yeah,
house watching that.
this will be good on HBO Max.
That'd be like a really
People
fun
just-
project
people
just
could
to try and cut
take
down the
breaks
Snyder
when
Cut
they
to
feel
like
like
a
it.
2.5-hour movie or something.
No, you couldn't even do it though, because it was
3
so.
hours?
It was like literally 127 storylines going on through that movie. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what?
Right.
You
right.
could cut
If
it
you
down
take
to
a break
3
and you're like,
probably
okay,
easily.
I gotta remind myself like who's connected to who.
I thought it was good though.
Yeah,
It
this
came
was-
together. It was like a novel movie, if that was the thing. You know what? I'd like if they made more 4-hour movies.
It
But
was like
it was
telling
just
the
a
whole
rare
story and
thing.
shit. It was cool, it. I mean, honestly, it was like 2 movies. It was like a 2-parter, just like a
Yeah, at
really
least-
long.
It was like a 4. They had it in 4
At least Warner
chapters.
Brothers didn't force them to cut it down to 2 hours.
Talking
Well,
about
they
the-
pretty
we're
much
talking about
did,
the
and then they
Batman
changed it.
here?
No, we're talking about
Okay,
Justice League. Oh yeah, let's
Right.
go back to Batman now. We did get derailed there.
but
Um,
Batman. I feel like that was it definitely filled up the story. Like I like how the story was interesting in and of itself. It wouldn't depend on being a comic book thing.
Yeah.
Sort of like trying to figure out what the mystery was or whatever. Like what are the clues? Like where's it gonna lead? You know what I mean?
And I like that somebody died every time. That's dark of me, but
Yeah.
it's like, there's a letter that says to Batman, we know this guy's about to die. How's he gonna die?
Yeah, all the crooks.
There's a bunch of actors I didn't expect to be in the movie who I thought were like the John Turturro there, and there's this dude Peter, I think his name is like Peter Sarsgaard or whatever. He was like the bald guy who was like had the fucking phone in his hand in the car and shit in the funeral. You know what I mean? Like he was like
Oh,
the
yeah,
DA
who
or
got
something,
his
who
head blown
kidnapped
off.
and shit or whatever the fuck happened with him.
The dude who was
Yeah.
talking at the club tour, and then he got
Yeah.
kidnapped.
So I feel
So
like
that
he
brings
was,
up a point. Like, do you think the Riddler was actually? Oh yeah, we saw him do that, but like, he claims like he can't carry, like he's not like physically adept, and then he all of a sudden he's taking out all these.
Oh, so you're saying it was other people the whole time?
Do you think?
Nah, it had to be
Maybe.
him. I think
feel
it
like
had to be
was
him at
because
first.
he always would like sneak up on him and shit and just hit him with right in the vulnerable spot.
Yeah.
With, like,
Yeah,
the-
But
he was,
like, he was
that was his
super-
fighting style.
yeah. The sneak attack.
Yeah, be
So
in the
he
place already.
set up all those fucking. He's that skilled.
I guess it didn't matter.
fucking-
The thing is though, he didn't do anything like in an improvised way. you know what I
Everything
mean?
was planned. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had the time to make those bombs
like
and
who
set the
knows how
trucks.
long he
Yeah,
spent spending getting all this shit together, getting like 500.
it
fucking
felt like
people,
he had that all planned from Jump Street.
Like, how is he that smart? And
I mean, it's just
and
like
He just
this
wanted
is the
vengeance,
way-
bro. He wanted revenge on
could've
this
taken
city that
years
taken
and years.
everything from him.
like years planning that and like getting all this shit like
Bro went crazy.
building.
Get all these bombs.
building
Remember
them
in the
slowly,
chat it said, "Thanks guys for helping me learn how to build these bombs. It took
Yeah,
a
like,
while
oh,
or
the
whatever."
good
Like
detonator
yeah,
tip or whatever.
Resources to do
Yeah.
that, like, man. Also, okay, Bat Signal. at the beginning he's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's a fear.
For fear.
It's fear, like the darkness is what I am.
Which was genius. I
But then
was
it's
loving
like-
that whole monologue.
Like, yeah, I get that people are afraid of him, but like who does he choose to go down to and fucking like
He
yeah.
said, I have to be selective with my targets.
Yeah.
So
But
I guess
fear.
Like his people are like stumbling, like the robbers fucking tripping, like gets hit by a car. Like I don't know, that was goofy to me. Like
Oh,
how
I love that. That
how like
opening.
just
Great.
from the
Just, like,
sense of
showing
something
that, like-
happening from the bat signal, like
Yeah, the
look up at
darkness.
that, it's like,
They felt like he could come out of the
I don't
dark.
know.
Yeah,
man.
and like they were so
That
scared they
man
weren't
is
even.
not that-
They were so distracted that they weren't.
if
even paying
Gotham
attention
is
to other
as
dangers.
corrupt and crime ridden as they make it out to be, like
If I walked
one
into
Batman,
remember like
cannot
the what was it like
cause that
like
much
the
crazy
downtown
fear.
shootout from the 90s where those dudes got hopped up on meth and wore like body armor and like ran around downtown with assault rifles. That's what it felt like watching. Like, see, so there's all the famous news footage of them like just running through the streets and stuff, being like shot at by cops and whatever. And that's what it felt like watching Pattinson like walk out of the shadows. Like if you just saw this dude dressed like a tank, like walking out of the fucking shadows and beat the shit out of people. Like, I mean, damn, like that
I
would
don't
be
know,
like,
and he's like early Batman, so this isn't him fully.
He's not
Get
even
it
at
out
his
with
final
his-
level.
yeah.
So it's like the fact that people are so afraid of him already.
That just shows you, man. You saw the scenes, bro. You saw the same scenes we just saw.
I know.
You just saw.
had his fist.
You
He
just
didn't-
saw
he-
Batman
he didn't
break
use his-
off like
he
literally
didn't-
100 people. He just broke off 100 people and he's still alive.
Once.
He didn't use his batarang once.
Oh, yeah, does
He
he
was
always
beating the crap out of these guys. And the tasers, Batman's new tasers, I was liking that.
Is Batman's chest piece always a thing? Like
No, that was new. His new chest, whatever that was. He had,
Yeah.
Batman has some. He had more simplistic tools, but he was using them more effectively.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a part when he was like afraid of heights and
He
shit.
didn't even have a belt, did he?
Like I don't remember, but he,
just
didn't.
had the
He was,
arm.
almost jumped off the roof and he was like, oh fuck. And then he had.
Then
to
he had
put
a
on,
suit.
like, fucking,
Yeah.
like, little thing and then-
That was funny as
lit.
fuck.
yeah.
They had the GoPro shot. They did the GoPro shot with Batman. That was actually a wonderful shot, though. That was really fun. And then he took the L at the end. He did not stick the landing. That was like.
There's a flying squirrel and just fucking crashes into the bus.
He did. He what happened? He shot out the parachute and hit a
Oh,
bridge.
Yeah.
It slams him into the bottom of the bridge into a fucking like,
It's like, bro,
bus
like,
and into a
you didn't
car.
have
That
to
was
shoot your
crazy.
parachute out, like.
No, he probably had to. He's gonna hit that ground. That just was not a very beautiful landing.
I thought he was gonna hit the bus first.
I thought he was gonna hit the bus too. I guess he did hit the bus.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good shit.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I
thought
think
it
you
was,
warned
like-
me a little bit to it, just remembering all the awesome scenes, but as a complete package, for me, I mean, I still rank The Dark Knight like way like higher.
Okay, but that was his
Way
second.
higher.
Okay, what about Batman Begins versus the Batman?
Even Batman Begins.
I can't even say that I liked
With,
Batman
See,
Begins
if they
better
could've-
than the Batman.
I think that if they trimmed like maybe a half hour out of this movie, it would have been up there with like Batman Begins.
I can agree.
If like, cause it like I think of the movie like Seven, you know, with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt, and it felt kind of like that in some parts, or like a '70s kind of like crime conspiracy movie, you know, and like where it's like really tense, and you don't know who's gonna get killed when and shit, and like but you know it's yeah, I thought it was great. Batman Begins was fucking dope. I saw that
Yeah.
not like within the pandemic. I saw that and whatever, and I haven't.
Although the Rises.
I haven't
wasn't-
watched either of the sequels. I need to get.
Wasn't great.
Where are
The
they?
Rise is Bane.
Are they on HBO
Yeah, it was
Max?
Bane.
That was okay.
They must
Okay.
be, right? I mean, if it's Warner.
Yeah, it's probably on there. Rise was a good movie, but it was hard to follow what it was trying to follow.
Like
Plus Heath Ledger died, and that was just a whole
Yeah.
cultural thing.
They,
Like it was a phenomenon.
So
feel like
you,
it's
but
like-
do you think this one's better than Batman Begins or Dark Knight or?
It's not the Dark
Rises.
Knight. Like you got to give the time to develop their style, first off. But if it's going against Batman Begins, I'll say on par, because I did really like.
Batman Begins is so good.
I really did like it. But
That Batman
I
was
don't know.
already like he was top
Yeah, I
of his
like
field
Christian
and shit.
Bale.
I
I like
it was,
Christian
like,
Bale,
more
though.
of. I mean, the Batman
I can
Begins
see
is
it's
like
a
the
different,
best of those,
sort of a different.
and like I feel like this was like kind of a. I liked it was a little bit like slower because it was a very similar type thing to the Dark Knight, where it's like you know the villain who's not really interacting with him directly. There's like the videos and shit being sent in of him doing.
Interesting. It was kind of similar to that, yeah.
But it's just sort of like a less. There's action throughout, I guess, but it felt like less. There's a lot of significant moments that weren't action based. You know what I mean? So like there would be like a lot of like plot shit and like drama shit that was like no punching at all and whatever, and just them solving clues and things or
Talking
searching
about
for clues.
This movie?
Yeah.
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 But that was fun. That was different.
I'm saying that in a good way. I
different.
thought that was like good, you know, and just in a way to make itself unique. Like I really thought it was gonna be Batman Begins like 2.
I'm glad it was not.
I'm very glad that
It was
not,
it was, you know what? Hey,
I
he's
agree.
right after Christian Bale. If
Yeah.
I'm ranking all my Batmans, and I love
Hey,
Michael
man.
Keaton too, so that
I
puts
like-
him at.
I like Val Kilmer. I
That,
thought
damn,
his
that
was-
puts Michael Keaton
yeah.
down to 3. That's crazy. You better come with some.
I didn't really. I thought Ben Affleck was like, you know, he wasn't bad.
Hey, yeah,
I just,
Ben Affleck,
I
I was
never.
just gonna say Ben Affleck is a pretty good Batman.
I
actually.
thought, you know, I don't know. feel like-
yeah, I did like him, but he just didn't
was a
do
very
anything. He didn't have a
classic
movie.
Bruce Wayne.
At the end of the day, he didn't have a movie, and so he was just like a stopping Batman.
Yeah, I feel
But-
like
just
yeah.
physically as Batman and acting wise.
Yeah, it was
I
fine.
think.
I liked him
I liked him better as Batman than I
Affleck
liked him as
is
Daredevil
legit.
anyway.
for sure. No questions there. He's a more mature actor now, though. I maybe just didn't even like Ben Affleck back then.
I feel like I mean, nothing against Ben Affleck. If you listen to this, you know, no beef, man.
And
But,
please comment below.
Yeah, like and subscribe. But you know, I don't know. I've just been a Matt Damon fan more.
Savage.
Yeah.
But you both did great in the last duel. We'll have to do a
Oh,
hindsight
shit,
on
I
that
s-
one day.
That went out of theaters right before my AMC A-list kicked in. So
Well,
I
it's on
didn't get to see
HBO
it.
Max.
I just haven't got around to it. I've been busy.
So let's rate
So
this
wait,
movie.
so that was the Joker, right?
At the
Yeah.
end, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
really didn't like that either. I gotta be honest.
I like that they didn't
That
show him.
was so
Yeah, they didn't show him. He wasn't really in the movie. It was just like a, you know.
I haven't really read too many Batman comic books or whatever, but I feel like it's nice having like I hope that DC does more of kind of just having self-contained fucking things.
Do you think they're gonna find a way to like have this be the Batman universe that
They-
combines all the?
They don't need to combine everything though. That's it. They can have like their own fucking like
I think they
Pattinson
will
universe.
honestly.
They-
with
Me
the
too, because
Flash.
it's
thing
so
is
profitable.
they have
It's so
that-
profitable,
But you can
bro.
have. But the next level is having multiple ones running at once. Like you can have the Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot,
right,
fucking
like you can have the
Flash.
3 Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, but that's like a whole connected universe. So with the fucking Peacemaker coming out and all that continuity
can we talk
with
about
Harley Quinn. Real quick though,
After
but then they can
this,
have
after
that Joaquin
this, after
Phoenix.
this.
They're making like a Joker too, right? So that's gonna be a whole nother fucking running continuity.
I understand what you're saying, but I do think that he's right, and they're gonna find some way to link everything, kind of how Marvel has, like. But I mean, you can still be different continuities, but I think they are gonna link them so that they can just make a lot of money. At the end of the day, people love the universes. That's what's
Yeah,
in.
that's what I'm
Everybody's just
saying.
buying
So,
into
like,
that
the
same
fact
bullshit.
that they can have like multiple ones running at
Oh, they're
once,
gonna
I feel
connect
like
that
that's,
shit.
Like, they already did it though with like the fucking they did it on the CW with all their shows there. They're doing it with the Flash, bringing him. Whenever they say like, oh, there's a multiverse.
Yeah, the other TV shits. We don't
They
fuck
had
with those.
they had Ezra Miller show up, just as like a on the Flash TV show, which I don't watch, but I saw the clip of that.
Damn, well,
I didn't even know that. Well,
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know.
but the thing is, it doesn't matter
show.
though because they don't
They
interact
only on the
normally.
CW.
Like it's like like this Joaquin Phoenix Joker one, the Robert Pattinson Batman one can
sponsor
coexist. Like, and I feel like that's like kind of like if they if Sony could with Spider-Man, if they have the Disney Spider-Man with Tom Holland doing shit, but then they can have Andrew Garfield interact with like Tom Hardy and shit, and just have like a whole separate Spider-Man continuity.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
they-
hope Tom
you know-
Hardy's done as Venom and they never do that again.
I don't think. I mean, I feel like that, and they kind of like
All right, we're getting derailed.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. All right, everybody just rate it.
Zoe Kravitz, man.
You first.
9 out of 10. Honestly, I would give it a 10. This is probably the highest rated movie on Hindsight so far. I would have given it a 10, but it was just too
Crazy,
long.
man.
It was too long.
You're
He was, dude, I like.
insane.
Robert Pattinson did a great job. Because I thought it was going to be crap, and it actually was great.
Jim.
I had no expectations about how it was. I really thought it was gonna be just more of the same. And it didn't really feel like more of the same, which I appreciated. Just in terms of Batman movies, it was just kind of like it's the exact same character and situations, but it felt different just because the perspective felt different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know I'm trying to figure out what I rated. Definitely, the minimum would be like 8.5. And then really the only reason I'm hesitating because it was so long. I feel like if they cut like just they don't even have to cut much, just like even a little bit here and there, just even trimming just scenes like just to I don't know.
It's coming.
Like I thought it was really good. I somewhere between 8 and 9 I would say. So I'll say 8.5. That feels right, and it's really just comes right down to the pacing. I feel like I liked every scene, but then ultimately it just was a lot just to sit through. I didn't have to go to the bathroom or anything. It's just kind of like, the falling action.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
wasn't bored.
like
I ate all the popcorn,
Yeah.
Well, I guess there were a few moments where I was like, I was a little bored.
Well,
But like, then it like there was a scene that like hooked me.
Well, I feel like what kind of like the fact that Batman and the Riddler, it was like
A lot of explaining.
there wasn't a lot
people.
of direct interaction really in terms of like it was
Protagonist and antagonist having clashes throughout. It was just talk clashes.
well, it was more of like
In
Batman
video.
just stumbling. Like they literally even said it that like, oh, it's his game. We just gotta follow along or whatever. So like there never was a point where it was like them contending really. I mean,
there really was never a point where they come face to face, though. Really,
yeah,
that's
there's
true
like
talk.
the Riddler was doing things, but then they weren't like actively like challenging each other.
In fact, he never even really came across his path. Because even when they caught him at the station, at the cafe or whatever,
Yeah.
like Batman was still outside the glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you know what?
they were always had a barrier between them.
Batman only
Yeah,
fought Penguin
that is
people. I
interesting.
think I don't think he fought the Riddler ever.
The bat is always
Like until the end with all of the goons and shit. You know?
Yeah, he literally never fights him.
Yeah, so maybe that's kind of what made it feel like kind of like throughout the whole, maybe because the Riddler was a big part of it, but he wasn't like necessarily like.
He was just like a stimulant in the already crazy environment. But I mean, it was just about Gotham City. It was almost just Batman versus Gotham.
really,
Yeah,
it really
Batman
was,
just
man.
being pretty
Gotham
reactive
is
the whole
fucked
time.
up.
And at the end, he really did. He saved the day kind of because he's
Yeah.
walking through the water with the thing.
He did
He
the
got the
damage.
mayor behind him. He got the little kid he saved. Like it really was on some poetic shit.
Yeah, he changed.
saved the
He's
day,
like sticking
but he
around
caused
and he's
it.
helping people and shit. I feel like that's kind of like.
And putting
The
on
arc
the mask.
right there, just going like, okay, like I'm rather than just staying, beating the shit out of people and running away, I'm gonna like stay and help the people who are being, because that dude who got mugged in the beginning, like he didn't fucking talk to or whatever. He was like, guy was like, don't hurt me. And he
Oh
sort of,
yeah, he
like,
just left.
and then now he's like carrying people through the rubble and shit. I feel like that's kind of the
Batman's a hero
the
now. This is a
change.
new Batman.
Yeah. Like, he
Maybe
learned-
we're only getting one from these guys. That'd be
I'd
interesting.
be okay if this was the only one. I
Me
mean,
too,
I think that it was
actually.
great and that they could go with more, but I think that it really would be great to have it just be a one-off thing.
For sure.
And then they could have like, it's like how they should do like James Bonds. Like they should have a '60s James Bond. Should have like, they can do things like they can cast Idris Elba, who's like 40 something, because that was the main thing. Like you don't cast someone for James Bond who's like over like 35, right? Because then they're gonna be too old. By the time they do like 3 or 4
They gotta
sequels.
do like 7 movies, so they better stay young.
Yeah. So
Forever, by contract.
it's like
Well,
being a fucking NFL player.
AI,
You can't be too
man.
old.
All right, Hakeem rate
Yeah,
this.
it's gonna-
Hakeem rate it.
Oh,
You won't
no,
have
so I
to.
said 8.5. Hakeem, what do you rate for Batman?
Well, initially I was gonna say 6, but I'll push it to 6.5.
Thanks for
Yeah.
your generosity.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna tally these
That's
votes.
a spectrum there. I mean, that's like a good range of like perspectives between.
Man, everybody else outside was loving it too. I'll consider their votes as well. And the rating will be on the screen. That's another episode of Hindsight. We just saw the Batman, and
Yeah,
go
it's
see it if you haven't.
that was-
You know,
There's definitely worse movies to see.
there are. So Hindsight. What's our new tagline? Let me make some up. We spent our money. We spend our money so you don't have to. Okay.
Well,
I used the
if we
coupon.
recommend it, then wouldn't they want to?
Yeah.
This one's recommended though. Spend your money.
Well, no, it's like we're telling them
Support.
where best to spend their money. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So,
that.
You're getting the more value out of it because they can avoid the other shit.
All right, we out.